Andy Cohen sued by Real Housewife on drugs and rotted workplace. He says completely false. Andy Cohen, a popular gay television host and producer, faces a lawsuit from Real Housewives of New York City cast member Leah McSweeney. In the lawsuit, McSweeney alleges that Cohen and other producers fostered a workplace culture rife with drugs and alcohol. Specifically, the suit names Cohen, Bravo Media, NBC Universal Media, Warner Brothers Discovery, and several producers. McSweeney maintains that she disclosed her 9 years of sobriety, but was met with a workplace environment that failed to accommodate her disabilities. Furthermore, the suit accuses Cohen of engaging in drug use with cast members and other employees, creating an environment where substance abuse thrived. It also alleges that Cohen provided preferential treatment to individuals with whom he used cocaine. Cohen's representatives have vehemently denied these allegations, stating they are entirely false. This lawsuit follows recent accusations from another Real Housewives star, Brandi Glanville, who claims that Cohen subjected her to sexual harassment with a salacious video message. While claiming to be the victim of harassment from Cohen, Glanville is also accused of forcibly kissing Manzo and groping her during filming in the recently filed lawsuit. Glanville's attorney has denied these claims, accusing NBC and Shed Media of fabricating a #MeToo scenario. I'm sorry, has she never seen Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper hosting CNN's New Year's Eve? Seriously, I mean, here's an idea. Maybe RuPaul should host a show called Real Housewives Are a Drag Race.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's talk about Andy Cohen and let's talk about reality shows. Reality shows are, the base of reality shows is drugs and alcohol. Yeah. That's how they get you to do dumb shit on camera. Yeah. Right? But that being said, if you have been open and out about your sobriety and your disability, which, by the way, viewers, if you didn't know that addiction and alcoholism is a disability, it is. I'm here to tell you with 9 years of sobriety that it is, okay? So if she was forthright with that information and said, I am 9 years sober, I will need this and this and this, it would be part of her rider and they would have to do it. So it's alarming that they would accommodate drugs and alcohol for some people and then not accommodate a person that's just trying to stay clean, And then when it comes to the harassment, sexual or not, none of it is right, If there's any gleam of hope that that's true, that's effed up, and she does have a right putting that case out. What do you kids think?
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, have you not seen a reality show before?
Right.
Like, that's what they want you to make TV good. Yeah. And a great way to do that is to get you hopped up on alcohol. I mean, there's so many opportunities for people now to walk away from those situations as well, contractually, anything like that. So it's I don't know. There's a part of me that goes like, you're a grown-ass woman, you're a grown-ass man, make a decision and stand on it. And if you need to step back and say something, then go for it. So I don't know how they go about proving a scenario that knowingly walked into.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you probably signed a contract saying everything would be fine and I agree to all this.
Right. This isn't the first season of the show.
Right.
Right. I mean, Lord knows, and there's so many of them around the country. Yeah. And you can just watch any one of them and know that it's all about sensational news. It's
Absolutely.
about getting people excited and revved up and on someone's team. And you even watch Andy Cohen's regular show. I mean, they do shots right on the show. It's not hidden that they do, want everyone to relax and speak their piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Sexual harassment is not acceptable by any means.
And a lot of Real Housewives, reality stars in general, they're not a Madonna who's going to have the longevity that we just talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So trying to
This is their
grasp
moment.
at anything that they can to maintain relevance is always on the table. You know what I mean?
Yep.
At the same token, devil's advocate, it shouldn't be acceptable in our society, right? I mean, we're saying that this is what happens, but is it acceptable, right? Like, we should be able to respect people. As somebody who's sober as well, like Faye, we should be able to accommodate everybody in our community. And drugs is legal. It's illegal. It's illegal to have drugs, right? Yeah. And so it shouldn't be acceptable, and we shouldn't just be embracing it, actually. I know it's the reality of which they live in, but we shouldn't be. It's fucking illegal. Like, if I had drugs as a black man in America, I'd be locked the fuck up, right? Let's be real. Or dead. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be very real about this.
Yeah, and
like,
that doesn't even matter that you're a therapist, that you're a doctor,
no,
any of those
I'm brown, so like,
brown when the
right
windows
away,
roll
I'd
down.
be thrown right in jail right away, or killed, right? Like, so we shouldn't accept this in society. And so I think it's very problematic. And people who are sober should be able to work just like anybody else who drinks and drug or whatever.
In that kind of environment. You should be able to be an entertainer. You should be allowed to still be at all those events, right? Whenever I work for Matthew, if we're backstage, he's like, hey, I got you some waters. You're good right over there, right? You know, it's something very little and minute. I've been a judge for many pageants where everybody's got liquor in their bag and I have iced tea or something in mine. They took a moment to say, okay, we have a sober judge. Let's make sure she's okay. You know, and that's on a much smaller scale. You know, thank you, Miss Florida, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, that's, you should be able to be considerate.
Perhaps you have room for the people who want to drink and drug and a room for the sober folks. You don't want to do that, right? I don't know. Seriously.